go through the history. Yesterday also we have discussed about the history. And just I'm skipping this one. This is the part of the unit two, and and this is what important one. Why C language is necessary? So it is C language is having a simplicity, and its efficiency and compactness, and it's well structured. That is why it is necessary, and it's having a good futures. C is Sorry for the interruption. There is a net problem. So there are some features of C language we have gone through yesterday. Just we are recalling it. It supports assembly language with the features of high level language, and it's an efficient and faster, and it is portable. And this one. This is what we have to discuss today. The phases of execution of a C program means if you write a C program using C language, then how that can be executed means who will check it, what are the various phases in the execution means it has to be checked whether the program written in C language is correct or not, and it has to take some inputs and it has to give some proper desired output. So what are the various phases in the execution of C program? This is also some important topic. There are some four phases in execution of a C program. A program in a high-level language is written as a simple text file with appropriate extension. If we are writing a C program and its extension is .c. If you are writing a Python program, its extension is .py. Or if you are writing a program in high-level language Java means its extension is .java. So like this, every high-level language is having its appropriate extension. Like that, C is also having its extension as .c. Then it will be compiled to generate a mission code, which can be run by the user as a command. C language also follows the same process, but it has several stages before final compilation takes place. The compilation and execution of a C program is done in four stages. They are pre-processing. The first phase of compilation is pre-processing, and next compilation, next assembly, next linking. These Vivo 1726, don't annotate, please. These four phases are there in compilation and execution of a C program. Just remember them: pre-processing, compilation, assembly, and linking. We will see these four phases briefly. Uh, just consider this code. This is a sample C program to print a text message hello world. So the which is there in red color is the program, sample program. So it is starting with hash include int main, and inside brace you can write void or not. It's not mandatory. You can skip this also. This you can skip. uh, and print hello world and return 0. This is a sample. No need to worry about this code. Just consider this is a sample code of C program. So we will discuss about this one. In the Sebo code, yeah, we just missed this one. Here some, uh, this will be there. This should be there. Slash and star slash. This is what? This is a multi-line commenting. Yesterday we have discussed. So that is the comment. And this one, in this line, we have this one hash include. This any line that starts with hash symbol is treated as a preprocessor directive. In C language, we will call this hash symbol as a preprocessor directive. Without this preprocessor directive, there is no C program. The very first one is preprocessor directive hash symbol followed by the keyword include. The main is the entry point of any program. Every program, whatever you write in C language, that will be executed, that will be checked from the main function. So this is the main. This is the preprocessor directive section, the first one. And next, the main function will be there. And after main function, two curly braces should be there. So that curly braces indicates that the main function starting and ending of the main function. So these curly braces tells that the block of main function లో ఏమేం లైన్స్ ఉన్నాయి మెయిన్ ఫంక్షన్ ఎక్కడ స్టార్ట్ అయ్యి ఎక్కడ ఎండ్ అవుతుందని చెప్పడం కోసం we will use the curly braces. And next then the program is compiled. So what will be done when the compilation process? Pre-processing. When we compile this program, the first one, the first is called four phases we have discussed now: pre-processing, compilation, assembly, and linking. What will be done in the pre-processing stage? In this pre-processing stage, the text file means we will open some notepad plus plus or notepad, or we will open some particular platform like dev c++ or any some text. We will open some editor and we will write that our C program. That file is parsed and all comments are stripped. Means comments will be ignored and all the uh, code you have written broken into lines are joined. Then the lines that starts with hash character are interpreted by the preprocessor and appropriate modifications are made to the code. Preprocessing is a simple macro language with a small set of syntax and semantics, which helps in reducing code repetition. It will help to reduce the code for not to repeat. So in this case, hash include instructs the preprocessor to include contents from stdio.h. This is important one. stdio.h is whatever you see in C program or any programming language. If you have C, if you seen something .h means that is a header file. Means that header file will have some instructions in that. In every C program, we starts with hash include like hash include stdio.h. This should be there in every C program. That hash include means we are including stdio means standard input output header file that will have the functions like printf and scanf. You are going to learn about them in the upcoming classes. Std means standard, io means input output, .h means indicates the header file. This stdio.h will have the clear instructions, rules and regulations about all the input and output functions used in C program. So every C program will have hash include stdio.h. This is compilation. What will be done at this stage? In this compilation stage, the pre-processed code, whatever is pre-processed, that code will be translated from human readable assembly instructions. Means we will write our program using C commands or C rules and regulations. C language use చేసి మనం కోడ్ రాస్తాము. ఈ కంపైలేషన్ లో ఏం జరుగుతుంది మీన్స్ the whatever you have written, that code will be converted into assembly assembly level language. Means that will be converted into some set of instructions. That is called intermediate code. Whatever you are writing in C language, that will be called as high level language. And high level language to mission level language means ones and zeros should be converted. Before that, converting before high level language to low level language, which is mission readable language, there should be some intermediate code. హై లెవెల్ లాంగ్వేజ్ కి లో లెవెల్ మిషన్ లెవెల్ లాంగ్వేజ్ కి మధ్యలో ఇంటర్మీడియట్ కోడ్ ఉంటుంది. ఈ కంపైలేషన్ లో జరుగుతుంది. వాట్ విల్ బి డన్ ఎట్ ద కంపైలేషన్ స్టేజ్ మీన్స్ దట్ హై లెవెల్ లాంగ్వేజ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ హ్యావ్ రిటర్న్ ఇన్ సి లాంగ్వేజ్ దాట్ విల్ బి కన్వర్టెడ్ ఇంటూ some instructions. That instructions are known as assembly level instructions. That is called also intermediate code. That can be understood by the assembler. There should be an assembler inside the C program compilation. This compilation will be done to convert high level language to assembly level language. And the next one, assembly. What this will be done? In the assembly level language, an assembler used to translate assembly instructions into binary code. A computer can understand only zeros and ones, no? That will be converted here. In the assembly stage, the instructions, intermediate code will be converted into binary code. That is called ones and zeros. That should be converted to the, that should be understood by the mission. And the next one, linking. The object code generated by the assembly level. At the assembly stage, object code or binary code will be generated. In this linking stage, that binary code, that object code will be, the object could consist of mission instructions given to the code, but it does not contain the code from the libraries. The linker will rearrange the code after adding the instructions from library functions used by the program. So this is what will be done. First, pre-processing will be converted at the pre-processing stage. What is done? In this pre-processor stage, what is happening? There should be some, at the pre-processor stage, some modifications will be done for the code. And the compilation stage, the high level language, whatever you have written in C language will be converted into intermediate level code. And this assembly stage, intermediate code to that binary code will be converted. And the linking stage, that whatever you have converted in the assembly stage, that will be linked with the mission instructions. This is what about the 4 stages of this program execution. We will see some other unit called, in the unit 2, only the history is there, and brief history and the structure of C program and the phases of C program is there. Phases of execution of C program. And here that is unit 3, the basics of C language. So here we are going to discuss about the character set which are used in C language, and what do you mean by identifiers, and what are the keywords, and what are the variables. We have seen yesterday what is a variable, and what are the rules to name the variables briefly. And here today we will discuss about the character set used in the C language, and what do you mean by identifiers, why it is necessary, and what are the keywords used in C language, and what are the variables and how to declare them. Then also we will discuss about data types. What are the various types of data types? What do you mean by data type? What are the various types of data types used in C language? And then we will discuss about operators used in C language. Please someone mute yourself. So any language that consists of, you take any language, yeah, human readable language or machine language, high level language, whatever the language you take, that language consists of alphabets, symbols, words, and rules and conventions to follow. There should be some rules for every language. There should be some alphabets and there should be some symbols. There should be some words for any language. So like that, C is also having those alphabets, symbols, words, and rules to follow while writing the C program. So C language is having its own set of characters, variable name rules. It means how to write the variables. There are some rules, and C is also having data types, and C is also having keywords, and C is also having alphabets. So like that, there are its own character set. The following these subsections we describe about these items. What are the various character set in C? C లో ఎలాంటి క్యారెక్టర్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తాము? So C language uses uppercase letters A to Z and lowercase letters small a to Z. And C language also uses the digits from 0 to 9 and certain special characters. C uses alphabets in lowercase and uppercase and digits from 0 to 9 and some special characters for the building blocks of program elements. And C also uses constants, variables, operators, and expressions. The special characters are listed below. Oh, what happened? These are the special characters used in C language. There are some symbols, whatever are there on the keyboard. All these will be used in C language. These are the special characters. Almost all the characters on the keyboard will be used in C language as character set, as special characters. Then identifiers. What do you mean by an identifier? Identifiers and keywords. Identifiers are names given to the various program elements such as variable names, constants, functions, and arrays. Variable name also come under identifier, constants also come under identifier, and functions also comes under identifier. Identifier means to identify something. How can you identify a variable? By using variable name. How can you know a particular constant? By using constant name or number. How can you know this is a function? By function name. How can you know this is an array? By using array name and symbol. So identifiers are names given to the program elements. The program elements are variables, constants, functions, and arrays. An identifier should start with a letter, either capital A to Z or small a to Z, or an underscore followed by any number of letters, digits, and any order. Generally, lowercase letters are used in C for variables and functions. Though it is not mandatory. You can general lower case lo use చేస్తారు, but you can use uppercase also. C is case sensitive language. That means lowercase and uppercase are different. That means if you write capital A and if you write small a, these two are different. C is case sensitive. If the identifier name consists of many words, and there should be an underscore to separate those words. Like if we have a name, my name, PRAOU. If we have an identifier name like this, many words are there, then in this case, you can use underscore to separate the names. That is what. That's not mandatory, but you can use. You can write combinedly, or else you can use the underscore also. There are certain reserved words. Those words will be called as keywords. What do you mean by a keyword? Keywords are the reserved words in C language. Keywords are predefined words. Means those meaning is already known to the compiler. What do you mean by a compiler? Compiler is a program which is used to check the program written by some particular language. Suppose if you write a C program, then who will check it? Whether it is following the C language rules, whether the program is correct or not. There should be some other program that is called interpreter or compiler. C uses compiler to compile all its program commands. So keywords are predefined words or reserved words in C language, those which whose meaning is already known to the compiler. సి లాంగ్వేజ్లో 32 కీవర్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఆ 32 కీవర్డ్స్ యొక్క మీనింగ్ కంపైలర్కి తెలుసు. అవి ఏ కీవర్డ్ దేనికోసం యూజ్ చేస్తారు, ఏ కీవర్డ్ ఎప్పుడు యూజ్ చేయాలి, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ దాని రూల్స్ అండ్ రెగ్యులేషన్స్ ఏంటి, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈజ్ నోన్ టు ద సి కంపైలర్. దట్ ఈస్ వై దీస్ కీవర్డ్స్ ఆర్ బీయింగ్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ప్రీ డెఫైన్డ్ వర్డ్స్. ఆల్రెడీ దేస్ మీనింగ్ ఈజ్ డెఫైన్డ్ ఫర్ ద కంపైలర్. So keywords cannot be used as an identifier names. So we should not use keywords as variable names or constant or function names or array names. We have 32 keywords in C, the standard keywords. They are, I'll show. And it is mandatory to remember that all the keywords in C language are in lowercase only. So that is why all the keywords are in lowercase, no? So we can use the uppercase as an identifier. Example, there is a keyword called for in C. This is keyword. You should not use it as an identifier, but you can use this one as an identifier. You can use a capital FOR as a variable name or a function name and array name. Because C is case sensitive, no? This is different and this is different. This lowercase for is a keyword. And this is not the keyword. So you can use it as an identifier name. Identifier name is variable name, function name, array name, or string name, or union name, or anything. So that is what this. So these are the 32 keywords in C. Auto, these are there in some particular order. Auto keyword, double keyword, int keyword, struct keyword, break, else, long, switch, case, enum, register, type def, char, extern, return, union, continue, for, signed, void, do, if, static, while, default, go to, size of, volatile, constant, float, short, unsigned. These are, there are that 8 keywords are there in each column, and 4 columns are there, 4 edge 32. Total 32 keywords are there in C. So no need to remember all these keywords, but we will see whatever the keyword is used for particular purpose. Variables. Variables. A variable is an identifier used to represent a single data item for some specific data type. You can define it some other way. A variable is the storage area in the computer memory. A variable is a placeholder. You can define like this. A variable is a name of the memory location to store the values. You can define in various ways. A value is assigned to the variable at some point in the program, and it can then be accessed or modified later in the program by referring a variable name. So what is the need of variables? Variables are used to assign values. Assign means to store the values. You can store a value in a particular variable and you can modify it later, or you can use it whenever it is necessary. Example, a is equals to 5. That means some memory location will be named with a in your device, and that a5 will be stored in that particular. A is equals to 5 means we are storing 5 into the variable location a. Means in the memory location name a, we are storing 5. This is, and if you want to change the value, you can write a is equals to 6. First a value is 5, and later it will be changed to 6. It will be overwritten. Again, if you write A is equals to 10. This will go and this will come. So this is what the modification. Variable, it is only temporary. If some value is assigned to a variable at any some particular point. So variables are used to store or assign values. And declarations. Yesterday also we have discussed how to declare a variable. A variable can be declared by using its data type name followed by variable name. Declaration consists of a data type followed by one or more variable names, an optional value assigned to each variable, ending with a semicolon. Like uh, int is a data type, int x, comma y, comma z. This means that we have declared three variables x, y, z. What do you mean by this int? This is a data type. Upcoming topic. Today's class only we will discuss. There are various types of data types. What is the purpose? What do you mean by this line? Int x, comma y, comma z. Means we are naming three memory locations as x, y, z. So first name is x and second name is y and third name is z. What do you mean by this int? This means that these variables x, y, z should store only integer values. We are declaring three variables, namely x, y, z. That too to store only integer numbers. Integer numbers means positive numbers, negative numbers, and zero. These three positive numbers, negative numbers, and zero will be called as together will be called as integers. So to represent integer numbers, we have a keyword we have seen in the before slide. Int is a keyword to represent integer numbers. Int is the data type keyword. So this is the declaration of x, y, z. And last, we should use the semicolon ending with. If you write another data type is called float, float, float z. That means that we are declaring a variable to store only the decimal number. There should be some z. It can store only decimal. And we can declare like this also. Int x is equals to 10. We can assign like this also. Directly 10 will come here. Or simply you can declare like x equal to 10, comma y is equals to 15, comma z is equals to 5. So here 15 will come and 5 will come like this. You can declare like this also. This is the declaration. And so this is what example here. Int a comma b is equals to 20, comma c. That means that we are assigning only here a, b, c. A we haven't assigned any value. At b we have assigned 20 and c we haven't assigned anything. And float, there are two variables, root 1 and root 2. And root 2 we have assigned some decimal value. And this is another data type called char. So int is to only integer numbers and float is to store decimal numbers. Char is to store characters. This is a flag, a character variable and text. This is called an array. Means we can store the 80 characters. We have separate topic on arrays. It's very important topic. And this is what is a variable and declaration of the variable. And next one, data types in C. This is what we need to discuss. Data type. What do you mean by a data type? Data type is the type of the data which you are storing in the variable. ఒక వేరియబుల్లో మనం ఎలాంటి డేటాను స్టోర్ చేయబోతున్నాం, whether it is integer, whether it is a decimal number, whether it is a character, whether it is a string, whether it is a decimal or integer. We don't know all this. A data type is the type of the data which is used in the which is stores in the variable. C supports several data types to represent the real world data in the computer. Real world data means it could be a number, it could be a picture, it could be a string, it could be a letter, it could be a character, it could be a word. To represent all these real world data, C uses several data types. And these data types are Each data type requires a specific number of bytes in the memory. If you declare a particular data type that occupies some size of memory, so broadly the data can be classified as whole numbers called integers, and fractional numbers are real numbers, and characters and series of characters that is called strings. C directly supports all these data types except strings. It will not support the strings directly. It will support integers. Directly it will support fractionals, decimals. Directly it will support characters. It will also support strings, but not directly. That we will come to know in the upcoming classes. So strings are supported as a special case of arrays of characters. And in the previous slide, we have seen this one, no? This one. String. This is called string array. We'll see. A character in C internally represented as its ASCII value. ASCII means American Standard Code for Information Interchange, where each character is given a number between 0 to 127. Whatever the keyword, see, our computer can understand only ones and zeros, right? Our computer don't knows what do you mean by A, what do you mean by 1, what do you mean by 0, what do you mean by special character at the rate. Computer does not know anything. It knows only zeros and ones. And if you type something in our keyboard, that should be immediately converted into some format. So that format, there are many more formats are there, number formats, number systems, binary code, access code, gray code, ASCII code, all these. If you type something, there are all the keywords, all the characters on the keyboard, whatever the key you take, for every key from A to small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, and all the special characters like at the rate, dollar symbol, percentile, and ampersand, every character, and dot, full stop, semicolon, every character on the keyboard should have its own number system value. So all the characters in C represented using ASCII value. ASCII means American Standard Code for Information Interchange. దీనికోసము we have 0 to 127. If you type some small a, it should be some 97. Let's suppose consider its value is ASCII value is small a ASCII value is 97. It will be converted into ones and zeros automatically. From that, it will be converted into some format so that machine can understand that ones and zeros. And these are the data types supported by C. First data type is int. And again in int, we have three types: short int, long int, and unsigned integer. And the second one is character data type, and third one is float data type, and fourth one is double data type. C supports these data types. Mainly four types of data types are there in C. One is integer. The keyword to represent integer in C is int. And again, we have three subcategories in integer data type. That is short integer data type, long integer data type, and unsigned integer data type. And mostly, and simply we will use this one. This is to represent a particular range and size. And a character, it is used to represent a single character. And float, it is used to represent only decimal numbers. And a double is a double precision, means it can accept integer values and decimal values. And coming to the size, integer data type, if you declare like int x, that means that this x will occupy 4 bytes of memory in our device. 4 bytes of memory. If you declare like int x comma y comma z. So how many variables are there here? 3 variables are there, no? This is 4 bytes and this is 4 bytes and this is 4 bytes. Total 12 bytes of memory will be occupied. So the size of integer data type is 4 bytes. Remember this one. This is important for competitive purpose also. The size of integer data type is 4 bytes. And the size of short integer is 2 bytes and size of long integer is 4 bytes. And unsigned is 4 bytes. And what is the size of a character data type? If you declare a variable like char a, it occupies only 1 byte. The size of character data type is 1 byte. The size of float data type is 4 bytes. And the size of double data type is 8 bytes. If you declare a variable like uh, double x comma y, so how much memory it will occupy? How much space it will occupy?
8, sir. 4 plus 4.
No, no, double each variable in the double occupies 8 bytes. So here we have declared two variables, no?
16, sir.
Yeah, 16. Okay. If I say int a comma b comma c and float pq and double xy, total how much memory will be occupied for these variables together?
Sir, 27.
27.
No, 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 sir. Wait, sir. Uh, 24. 24. Yes.
Sir, 26.
36, sir.
36 exactly. Because these three variables together in integer it takes 12 bytes and these two will take 8 bytes. This means 20 and this will take 16 bytes. No, total 36. 36 bytes memory it will occupy. So like that, based on the declaration of the why it is necessary, this is also important because you may have very less space in your device, and if you declare more variables without necessarily if you declare unnecessarily if you declare some variables that wastes our memory. So while writing a program, you should remember that you have to take appropriate variables. ఎన్ని వేరియబుల్స్ అవసరమైతే అన్నీ తీసుకోవాలి. యూ హ్యావ్ టు యూజ్ యాజ్ మినిమం యాజ్ పాసిబుల్. ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాసేటప్పుడు ఎన్ని తక్కువ వేరియబుల్స్తో మనం రాస్తే ద ప్రోగ్రామ్ విల్ బి ఎఫిషియెంట్. ఎందుకంటే తక్కువ వేరియబుల్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తే తక్కువ మెమరీ యూజ్ అవుతుంది. ఎక్కువ వేరియబుల్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తే నాకు ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏంటంటే ఐ నీడ్ టు యాడ్ టూ నెంబర్స్. సో ఇఫ్ ఐ రైట్ ఇంట్ ఏ కామా బి కామా సి కామా డి కామా ఈ, ఏ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 3 ఇచ్చాను, బి ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 5 ఇచ్చాను, సి ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు ఏ ప్లస్ బి. సో ఇందులో 3 ఉంది, ఇందులో 5 ఉంది, టోటల్ ఎంత అవుతుంది? 8 అవుతుంది. సో ఇక్కడ ఎన్ని వేరియబుల్స్ యూజ్ చేసాం? ఏ యూజ్ చేశాను, బి యూజ్ చేశాను, సి యూజ్ చేశాను. ఐ హ్యావ్ యూజ్డ్ ఓన్లీ 3 వేరియబుల్స్ బట్ ఐ హ్యావ్ డిక్లేర్డ్ 5 variables. These two variables wastes 8 bytes of memory. So while writing a program, we should keep it in mind that the number of variables should be as less as possible. So just remember that data type is the type of the data used to store real world data in the memory. And C supports 4 types of data types. One is integer data type. The keyword for the integer data type is int. And other is character data type. The keyword for character data type is char. And the decimal data type, the keyword for decimal data type is float. And the double data type, the keyword for double data type is double. All are the data types used only lowercase keywords. And the size of integer data type is 4 bytes. And the size of character data type is 1 byte. Actually, it is 2 bytes actually. 2 bytes. That means why they have given 1 byte means at Windows operating system earlier, when there was Windows 7, Windows 2003 operating system, that time the character data type is 1 byte only. Now in Windows or Unix operating systems, the character data types occupies 2 bytes and integer occupies 4 bytes. And float decimal data type occupies 4 bytes and double data type occupies 8 bytes. And these are the range. ఏ వాల్యూ నుంచి ఏ వాల్యూ నుంచి వరకు తీసుకుంటుంది. ఇట్ టేక్స్ ఫ్రమ్ -3 టు 7682 3 టు 767 వరకు తీసుకుంటుంది. దిస్ వన్ 2 bytes అయితే, అదే 4 bytes అయితే ఈ రేంజ్ వరకు, ఈ వాల్యూ నుంచి ఈ వాల్యూ వరకు మైనస్, ఇట్ ఈస్ మైనస్. దీస్ ఆర్ ద రేంజ్ దట్ ఇస్ నాట్ necessary to remember. Just you remember that we have four types of data types. And again, in integer data type, we have short, long, and unsigned. And the size of integer is 4 bytes, size of character is 2 bytes, and size of this float is 4 bytes, and size of double is 8 bytes. So this is what. And there is important thing, another thing to discuss is data type. There is a format specifier. Just remember that. Format specifier in C that is related to these data types. That is necessary to write the program. Format specifier. Integer, if you write integer, its format specifier is %d. If you write char, its format specifier is %c. If you write, sorry, if you write float, its format specifier is %f. If you write double, its format specifier is %lf. Just so these are the format specifiers. Format specifiers are necessary while giving input to the keyboard in C program. Just remember, the format specifier of integer is %d, and format specifier of character is %c, and the format specifier of float is %f, and the format specifier of double is %lf. And these are the topics, variables and data types, and we will discuss about operators in C. I'll discuss a brief and we have very less time. Then upcoming class, we will discuss in detail about operators. Operators is very, very important one. What is an operator? An operator is a symbol used for the operations or calculations. Operator is a symbol used for the operations. We have various types of operators in C. They are arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, and bitwise operators, assignment operators, and increment or decrement operators. Just remember the names. What do you mean by operator? An operator is a symbol used to perform operations. And the types of operators are arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, bitwise operators, assignment operators, and increment or decrement operators. What do you mean by an arithmetic operator? An arithmetic operator is a operator used to perform mathematical calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and division modulo. These five. Arithmetic operators are the operators used to perform mathematical calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and division modulo. 5. What is the difference between division and division modulo? Do you have any idea? Division and division modulo? Don't worry. I'll discuss in the upcoming class in detail. And what do you mean by relational operator? Relational operators are the operators used to check the relation between two or more variables. And we have relational operators like greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and not equal to. And what do you mean by logical operators? Logical operators are the operators used to check whether the two variables or quantities logically related or not. These logical operators supported by C are logical and, logical or, logical not. And assignment operator. Assignment operators are the operators used to assign values to the variables. Is equals to, the common assignment operator is equals to a is equals to 5, means we are assigning value 5 to variable a. And remaining operators we will discuss complete these operators from the definition and categories types in detail in the upcoming class, maybe next Saturday. And I'll share the PPT, don't worry. Thank you, friends.
Thank you, sir. సార్
Yes.
సార్ ఇది ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఫోన్ లో కూడా చేసుకోవచ్చు అని చెప్పారు కదా సార్,
C
వెబ్సైట్ ఏంటి
compiler
సార్? సి కంపైలరా సార్?
యాప్ ఉంటుంది, మొబైల్ అప్లికేషన్ యాప్. సి కంపైలర్ అని ఉంటుంది, ప్లే స్టోర్ లో ఉంటుంది.
ఓకే సార్. ఇది సిస్టమ్ లో
సిస్టమ్ లో
ఇన్స్టాలేషన్
చేసుకోవాలంటే డిఈవి C++. చాలా ఉంటాయి కంపైలర్స్. డిఈవి C++ అని చిన్న సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఉంటుంది, అది నెట్లోంచి డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకొని దాన్ని ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, దాంట్లో చేయొచ్చు.
అంటే క్రోమ్ లో చేయలేమా సార్? నార్మల్ గా కొలాబ్
ఆహా,
లాగా
లేదు
అలా
లేదు లేదు లేదు. అంటే ఆన్లైన్
కంపల్సరీ?
కంపైలర్స్ ఉంటాయిలే, కానీ అట్లా కూడా చేసుకోవచ్చు. కానీ మనము డిఈవి C++ మన సిస్టంలో ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకుంటే బెటర్.
ఓకే సార్.
టర్బో సి ఉంటుంది, టర్బో C++ ఉంటుంది, అట్లా చాలా ఉంటాయి. సి కంపైలర్స్ అని మీరు ఇంటర్నెట్లో క్రోమ్లో కొడితే మీకు తెలుస్తాయి చాలా, వాటి ద్వారా మీరు చేసుకోవచ్చు. మీరు ఒకవేళ ప్రాక్టికల్ క్లాసెస్కి వస్తే అక్కడ చెప్తాం మేము అంత డీటెయిల్డ్గా.
సార్
డౌన్లోడ్
సాటర్డే
అవ్వాలి.
క్లాస్ ఉంది కదా సార్?
ఏంటండి?
సాటర్డే ప్రాక్టికల్ క్లాస్ కూడా ఉంది కదా సార్?
రేపటి నుంచి ఉన్నాయి ఫస్ట్ బ్యాచ్కి.
యా
అవును
సార్,
సార్.
25కి సాటర్డే క్లాస్ ఉంది, ఆన్లైన్ క్లాస్, ప్రాక్టికల్ క్లాస్ కూడా
అది
ఉన్నది
మేము
కదా
అప్పుడు
సార్?
చెప్తామండి, సాటర్డే ఆన్లైన్ క్లాస్ ఉంటుంది ఖచ్చితంగా.
ఓకే.
కొంచెం 4 కల్లా అంటే మాకు
మీరు అవన్నీ
5
ఇక్కడ
వరకు.
మాట్లాడొద్దు, ఇక్కడ మాట్లాడొద్దు. దట్ యు కమ్ టు ద క్లాస్ అండ్ డిస్కస్.
ఓకే సార్.